All right, let's take a look at some of the books that some people should be picking up this weekend. One of those is all by a Cape Town-based author, Dr. Adish Badri. He's penned a novel titled Inheritance. In it, he takes us through a journey which explores issues of identity and inclusion, and that ties in very nicely with Inheritance, which is a coming-of-age novel based on the search for belonging and finding one's place. It was actually launched at the Durban International Book Fair earlier. So let's not give too much of the story away, because I want you to actually go out and buy this book. Doctor, good to have you with us, Dr. Badri. Let's talk about this Inheritance. First of all, we'll give you a chance to tell us about what the book is hoping to achieve. But first of all, why? I'm always curious when I talk to authors of all the things that you could have written about. What sparked this idea? Where was this seed growing in the ground?
Hi guys, thanks so much. I think one of the main reasons behind it is it may be something that I experienced as a South African, but I've heard many others talk about it, is a bit of this identity crisis of, well, South Africa was very much a country where a lot of people ended up settling here. And so you always ask yourself, where do my cultures sit? Where do my traditions sit? Am I South African first? You know, what am I? Who am I? And I think that's really where the storyline comes from, the very baseline of it.
So when you take a look at who you want to be reading a book like this, are you looking at those who deal with family issues like this? Could they pick up the book? Would they find some kind of inspiration and go, I see myself in Inheritance? Can they see themselves on the pages? Is that what you're hoping for?
I do hope so, and if you don't mind, give a little bit of the storyline away.
It's your book. Go for it. It's your book.
African. It is about a young South African of Indian descent who travels to India, searching out his roots in order to claim his inheritance. So, you know, and I was fascinated by one of my beta readers, who was a young Kenyan lady. And her response was, wow, I really identified with this. And I asked her the reason behind it, what was I thinking? And she goes, well, you know, as a young black woman in South Africa, I walk around and people come up to me and start speaking to me in isiXhosa or isiZulu, expecting me to fit the part of what they have in their mind when they see me. And that's exactly the thing. It's that sort of identity in terms of where do we actually belong. And just because you look the part doesn't necessarily mean that you belong. Yeah. But at exactly the same time, you don't have to look the same to have that much in common with the person sitting next to you.
Yeah, and I see the story about young Ash as well, going all the way over to Delhi, and exactly to your point, getting there, looking the part. Some would assume even speaking the language and knowing the culture, but very much an outsider in the crowd. I see some of what people are saying about your book. Doctor, just before I say goodbye to you, I see we have it on air at the moment, the title and the front cover of the book. Where are we getting this? Because getting a lot of attention, recently released as well. Where can people go and get this if they want to? Is it online? Is it a Kindle version? Tell me where to go.
Thanks, guys. So yeah, it's a couple of versions. If people would like to go to my website, adishbadri.com, it's ADHESHBUDREE.com, and I have links to all the different formats. It is available in paperback in South Africa, thanks to the Made in Durban group, who actually sponsor the site. So it's available for delivery. It's also available on Kindle as well as on the Play Store. So please go out and have a read. And we'd love to know, firstly, I'd love to know what you think, but I'd really love to know if you identify with it.
Absolutely, all about Inheritance. I must be honest, I'm a Kindle person. I always hate admitting that to writers, authors and novelists. They're like, oh, no, go pick up a book with pages. It doesn't feel the same. I like a Kindle. I can take it with me anywhere. Congratulations, Dr. Badri. Appreciate your time and all the best with the novel. Author of the novel Inheritance by Dr. Adish Badri. As he says, you can go to his website. Let me just spell the name and surname again for you if you'd like it. It is adishbadri.com, ADHEESHBUDREE, and let us know what you think of the book.